nge-lag DSB. Sini. Udah mulai. Okay, hello. Hello, everyone. Is my voice clear to everyone here?
All clear, all clear.
Okay, great. Thank you. Because we all know how much Twitter hates us and me, especially, and spaces. So, if at any point my voice suddenly disappears, or if anybody's voice suddenly just disappears, let me know in not the comments. We've disabled the comments because of some spam chats, but please do make a tweet, mention us GameT at GameTIO. Hey guys, the voice is done, etc. There will be mods standing by to let me know if anything happens. So now that we have the mandatory warnings, I guess, out of the way, let's get this party started. Hello there, Game Fam, and hello there, Sequoia Fam as well. People are still pouring in to listen, which is amazing. Well, guys, welcome to Game Tea's podcast. This is your host, Arwen, and today we're going to stir the pot a little bit and start a little friendly disco. Which one is better, Web3 gamers or Web2 gamers? Now, joining us today is the co-founder and CEO of Sequoia, Joshua Budiman. Hi, Josh. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh man, doing great. Bali is quite cold, surprisingly, at the time of this year. But we're excited because we're going to have a big event. I hear that Sequoia is going to be there too, right? Fest Asia.
Yeah. I'll be there. Yeah, we just finished also event today. One of the largest innovation exhibition in Indonesia in Jakarta called INTI 2024. So we just participated for about 3 days, and yeah, it's a very cool event.
Nice. That is the cool thing about Sequoia is that they're very active and open in any spaces that they can get their toe in. They will because they are what I would call a project that truly focuses on the community. But anyway, before we jump over there, Josh, what about you tell us a bit about yourself? Like how long you have been in Web3 and what inspired you to make, a whole ass anime game? Go ahead.
Thank you, Arwin. So yeah, basically, I'm Josh, the co-founder and CEO of Secure Multiverse. I've been in the space for about 3 years and building Secure for about 2.5 years. And previously, I was a brand consultant um, for about 100 brands since 2017. And after that, I got bored and looking for some excitement and new things. And yeah, that's the time where I met Web3 also. So Secure also started from one community. We grow into 185 community networks to date from 12
Wow.
12 countries. And Yeah, I think it's very exciting to be able, to share ecosystem with so many projects and communities. And yeah, we once rejected by about 200 VCs for the first 2 years. We just got the seed round this 2024. So yeah, I think that's the journey. And for the anime, why we take into the anime, because we believe that animes can be accepted by younger audience or older audience. And um, the thing that we're going to bring also to be mobile games. We go into the racing also. So if you come into our profile and see some racings, yeah, we are going to do racing series together with Radical Motorsport in Indonesia, Mandalika, this October and December. Yeah, maybe that's a bit about us.
I I'm a bit curious though. How did that connect? How did that connection occur? Like, how did you jump from anime game to a whole racing collaboration? I'm kind of curious about that.
Yeah, yeah, very interesting. So basically, in the space we know that Web3 GameFi grow because like play to earn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this is one of the thing that we are going to discuss also here.
Mm-hmm.
But the angle, simply said, the angle that we want to try into the racing is because we see that in the racing we can find the gamers community which span. So
Mm-hmm.
they are the people that really have fun, and they are very easily spending like up to 10K dollars per person. Those are the gamers that we are looking into, and actually the racing is like the middle up market communities, and to be able to bring them into the Web3 is something that's really interesting also. So that's why we combine the anime into the car also,
Mm-hmm.
um, to bring the innovation there.
Damn. Okay. Okay. That sounds really interesting. Okay. Okay. Now, before we get started to all the questions, I would like to make an announcement. As usual, you know how this goes, right, guys? Okay. Now, the game tea announcement is that our Telegram puncher clicker game, you know, where you punch Fighter Fang, yeah, that one is going to have a new bot very soon, and that bot will have sneak peeks into the game tea games. Yes, that's right. You can now have access to a handful of casual games that will soon be available in the Game Tea platform. So, you know, we have like 30 plus games in the Game Tea, in the official Game Tea platform, right? In the bot, you can have access to the small handful of them to let you have a taste, and we will obviously record your responses to it, whether you like it or not. So, for access to the new link, keep your eyes peeled for more information in our Telegram group and also on our Twitter account. Okay, guys? All right, now that we have the announcement covered, let's get to the questions. Now, the reason why the this topic that we're having about Web3 gamers versus Web2 gamers with Sequoia is because they are what I would say an innovative and community focused project. And I think they would have the best insight on this, which is why my very first question is, Josh, how do you see the gaming industry? Um, how do you see it evolving as Web 2 and Web 3 slowly start to come together without them even noticing it?
This is very interesting. So once we did like X space with titled like um, is there any real gamers in the Web3 space, something like that, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we come into conclusion that actually the gamers in the Web3 that that trying to play an airdrop, play to earn, also gamers. They just maybe short-term gamers, but they are gamers.
Mm-hmm.
So in total, we know right now in the world, gaming is like the most popular hobby, which cover around 3.3 billion players around the world. So almost 40% of the population in the world play games,
3.3
and
million.
3.3 billion. Yes,
Billion. Damn. Okay.
yeah, and it covers like around 200 plus billion dollars revenue in total for
Wow.
the overall industry. So we can say it's super big, even bigger like than the movies industry or the music industry. So gaming in
Mm-hmm.
the industry is already growing that big. The question is that right now we know that um, even though the narrative that we push on the web is like play to earn mostly, um, that become a boundaries into the Web2 gamers when we talk about like the technology, because the Web2
Mm-hmm.
gamers don't really care about like what kind of the technology. What they cares is um, what gamers care, which is the storyline, the
Yeah.
narrative,
Yeah.
right, the graphics and everything. So I think the bridge into the from the Web3 and the Web2 gamers to make it like seamless, it's when we find games that able to easily convert each of the gamers without them knowing that it's Web3. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that will be the time where these gamers will be able to become one.
But it will see with seamless, you mean, of course, that it looks like your normal regular Web 2, your like your Web 2 game on the outside, but inside it has all the Web 3 mechanics, right?
You got it. You got it right, Arvin.
Yeah, all right. I mean, because like we all know how people in general, not just gamers, people in general, they don't really like change. And when they see something new, they're like, "Oh no, what is this? I don't want to learn." And it's just, "Oh, this is so confusing. I don't want to." While it's actually not that much of a difference, except that Web 3 just has a bit more extra steps. Would you agree?
Yep, yep. And that's actually sometimes become the boundaries, especially when we use the language that the Web2 gamers don't really understand. Right? But if we are
Mm-hmm.
able to make it into their language, I believe like what Game T also did during on the Telegram is something that's also make it easier for them. We make the friction smaller, so they
Mm.
can come easier into the game.
Yeah, understood, which is a really good strategy. Okay, now speaking of that, do you think that adding NFTs and adding blockchain to games has it made player engagement better or more challenging?
It's a very good question, Aaron, because like in a way, having like NFTs and blockchains actually helping these gamers, to be able to have what become their problems before. Like for example, I played games since 3 years old, right? So and each of the games I don't really have like big modes. So when go down, went down, I'm not able to continue all the game data and everything. I cannot sell what I have achieved also. So imagine if in the Web3 it's easily solved using the blockchain and NFT. It's just the way that most of us, because yeah, we are in the Web3 space. Most of us educate people using the language that's not so easy for them. They need to understand it first, um,
Mm-hmm.
which is if we are able to remove that, then we good to go.
That is true. Okay, but this is just asking from a third person neutral perspective, right? Usually, when you have NFTs in integrate into your game, you have to usually what should we call it, connect a wallet and things, right? So from your from like, are there any Web 2 players in your community? Because I would do they have like a complaint, like, what is this wallet, why do you have to make this, etc., etc.? Like, are there complaints on that side of things, or they just like, oh, this is easy?
Yeah. So just now, for example, I went to like open exhibition in the Innovation Expo with the
Mm-hmm.
gamers projects and everything.
Yeah.
And this is the second time, which is the first time is like in Indonesia Anime Conference
Uh-huh.
last 2 months ago. So all of them really excited into the game, excited into what we built. But when we talk about like, hey guys, there is one person coming, and then is this like NFT game? And then I said, oh no, we just utilize blockchain.
Uh-huh.
So after we say something like that, this person just okay, and then just go away. right?
Okay.
And then
Okay. Yeah.
there's another study case which is like she is the VP of like one of the biggest woman esport in Indonesia. So
Okay.
she do like the esport things and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's also having the sentimental about like how hard it is to learn about the words and the technology, which is
Yeah.
the main course that they want. They just wanna go into the main course without understanding what the ingredients, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the data that so far that I learned. So far, the people that would like to learn about blockchain and um, the Web2 space is more into the people that would like to earn something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the challenge so far.
Interesting, interesting. But it has significantly become better in the last few years, no? Especially with how socialized how people are slowly getting more aware of blockchain. Or you think that it's not there yet?
Um, I think it's coming closer in a way
Mm,
that the problem is not solved yet, because
mm-hmm.
like the idealism of the Web3 gamers, especially the projects, still trying to push on the button like Connect Wallet, for example, which
Yeah.
is they don't really care about it, right?
Yeah.
We want them to care about it, but they don't, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can say the Web3 gamers actually evolve in a way that um, able to create the market which is not there previously. For example, like the gaming
Mm-hmm.
on the
Mm-hmm.
Telegram. It's
Ah,
I
yes.
believe it's not something that will be there if there is no Web3.
Yes.
Right? It's coming there because um, it's the innovation that's coming from the Web3. So we make it faster, right? Or else Telegram may be just like another WhatsApp, for example.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
I think there's the plus point in a way, and then there's something that we need to solve also in during the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, understood, understood. Okay, well then, from a business, well, we have covered that, right? But then now, from a business perspective, how do you juggle the needs of like quote unquote traditional gamers, aka Web2 gamers, with those of with the needs of blockchain enthusiasts or the Web3 gamers?
A very good question. All right. So what we see is like, for example, we have a platform called Skill Labs. So
Mm-hmm.
in that platform, we have our in the Web3 language. We can say we have our port, we have our own, which is our wallet, and then we have our own ecosystem of the NFTs, which people can claim there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in a Web2 way,
Mm-hmm.
actually, we make them able to log in just through Gmail, so they can
Ah.
use their Gmail without using everything. So it's
Mm-hmm.
semi centralized, definitely, right? Because
Yes.
it's semi blockchain. But we introduce them first about the technology. So it's
Mm.
only like about one click. They log in into the Gmail and then they're able to create their username and account. And
Mm-hmm.
yep, they already got their wallet. And then
Ah, okay,
when
okay.
they want to claim, we don't say it's NFT. We say it's a digi badge. So it's like a digital badge, which is they can connect, change. For example, in this Inti event, they have like a stem rally, which is they go into the booth usually, and then they get a stamp, and they
Yeah.
get a reward at the end of the day. So what we
Mm.
do is that they do a digital stem rally using our platform, which is when they collect this um, badges on like around 6 to 7 booth, including the government. So the government also joining it. So by the end, actually, the
Oh,
government is going into like the Web3 without them realizing.
nice. So it's just all about semantics, basically, right? So it technically
Yep.
is NFT, but you change, but because the branding of NFT, the name of it is already negative in like in most people's eyes. You just change it from NFT to DigiBatch, and then they'll do it anyway because oh no, this is not NFT. But when you think about it, oh wait, this is NFT. It's just semantics, isn't it? Like word branding, right?
Yeah. I can say basically because it's as easy as that. But for example, like I always use this term like, what phone you have right now, Arvin? The phone that you use,
Samsung.
Samsung. Okay, why you buy your phone?
Um, Flagship product.
Okay, price. You buy it because of the price, but also about the quality of the phone, right? For example,
Yes.
it's good having a good RAM, also good camera, for example, right?
Yes.
So we never talk about like, Arwin, what kind of Android actually inside of it? How does this Android works inside of your phone? Is that like the news Android and um, techie language, for example?
Yeah.
So if we want to use like the techie language, I think we can go into like the techie people. We can go into the Web3 people that's already native. But if we want to go into like the Web2 people, we use their language. Just as
Yes.
simple as that.
Yes. That is a very good way. That is a very good way of navigating it. Actually, yeah. Like, I hate using this word, but it's basically called dumbing down. So like, make it as simple as possible so that they can understand the essence without needing to think about all the the techie mumbo jumbo, right? Yeah. Okay, I love that. I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think this question you have already answered before, but then what is your strategy for drawing in both Web 2 and Web 3 players to your platform? I know you have just answered this, right, with the whole, wording, branding thing, but is there another strategy like having your own comic, for example, your own manga, or I don't know, is there?
So the biggest Sequoia actually just got the stronger positioning that we find this
Mhm.
month
Mhm.
during the past 2.5 years,
Oh.
which is the focus will be um, building secure generation. So we cover everything into the name of the secure generation.
Okay.
So what is actual secure generation? It's actually like connecting gamers, people who love play games, racers, a brand that would like to make IPs, and when they enter into the ecosystem, we call them like you're part of the secure generation, something like that. So
Mhm.
it's like I want to make a cult. It's like that, something like that. So um because if we see on the Web3 side also,
Mhm.
previously we have like the Bitcoin cycle, the altcoin season, and then we go into the meme season, right?
Yes.
But this bull market, we can see that we have the Bitcoin season, and then we go directly into the meme season.
Yes.
We haven't touched the altcoin season, for example, right?
Yes.
The reason, the easiest reason at the front is we know that yeah, people love profits, and then they just want to make profit fast. But
Yes.
behind that, psychologically, people love meme because it's a movement.
Yeah.
So they love movement. They love something that able to make them like part of something big or something fun, something that relate with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I want to connect the Web 2 and Web 3 people, which is just come into being part of the secure generation, because
Mm-hmm.
this is like the generation that will connect you, and you are able to uh, explore things on your end in
Mm-hmm.
Sequoia, something like that. And I want to add something. We have Kuga here listening also.
Yes.
So the other thing that we actually did, we heard a lot about interoperability before,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
We heard a lot of about it, like yeah, Web2 will have like interoperability and everything. Um, Without saying much, we try to start the small steps together with Kuga and Andromeda. So two of them together with us at the Inti Gamecom, actually they are showcased their game. So they showcased their game, but also connected with Sequoia IP. So in Andromeda we have like the jumpers playing there, the
Mm-hmm.
skin already there, and later we
Mm-hmm.
are able to connect the passport also in that platform. In Kuga we have like Starla skin inside of the Kuga ecosystem, and later we also on discussion to connect the passport there. So
Ah,
that's the small step, which is very easy to be understood by um, the Web2 gamers, which is the Web2. Oh, I know this is the skin,
yeah,
but
yeah,
how
yeah,
can I get the skin? Yeah, you just need to connect your ID from Sequoia ID, for example.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
as simple as that, which is the Sequoia ID is basically like the wallet itself.
yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so there are a few steps, right? One is obviously awareness. Two is efficiency and accessibility. Oh my god, that is such Web3 words. Efficiency, accessibility, and then obviously also interoperability. But then I think what you emphasized on before was also emotional attachment, right? Because with the whole with the Sequoia generation thing, when you feel you're part of a generation, there's going to be an emotional attachment, and you will want to do more if there's an emotional attachment, right?
Yeah, I think that's super correct, Aaron.
Okay,
Because like
okay.
previously we have like the tagline of the new Earth multiverse. It seems like
Hmm.
cool, but it doesn't really resonate with the needs of the people, right? Because
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
okay, so you have the new Earth multiverse, so what, right? And
yeah.
then we go into the focusing on the meme before we go into the stage of like super serious project right now. We have like the positive meme coin, right? It's still also
Yes.
just only showing about let's spread positivity, but uh, doesn't really resonate with us because like we are super serious in a way on building, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
we
yeah,
go
yeah,
to like
yeah.
anime gaming kingdom. It also very good, but for anime lovers.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It has their own market, their own cult, so to speak, right?
True. And then when we go
Yeah.
into the secure generation, I believe, like you said, that become the emotional attachment that easily go into like everyone that hearing about secure and just want to join into this something cool that even they don't know what it is, something like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, by the way, Kuga, because you mentioned Kuga, they suddenly just requested to speak. So maybe Kuga, is there something you want to share? Maybe a partnership with Sequoia or a project you guys are working on?
Oh, good morning. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Sakuya. Congratulations. Sakuya just completed NT Gamecom 2024 yesterday. I'm in the West Coast. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Kuga, we're an
I'm
indie game
sorry.
studio. Oh, yeah.
Your voice is so buttery. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a combination of I'm just waking up and also I had a long weekend and had a little bit of a cold, so it's not gonna last long. So enjoy the recording. But I wanted to say yeah, it's been an honor and a pleasure to announce that we're featuring Starla, which is
Oh,
one of the
nice.
main characters of Sequoia's IP in our game. And remember, we're a Web 2 and Web 3 gaming company, but eliminate those titles. We're a gaming company, and you can
Yes.
play your games on Steam. That's our superpower. So Sakuya's character is available on Steam. So you don't need a wallet. You don't need cryptocurrency. You don't need any anything that you gamers have how would you say this, access uh,
Yes.
on their PC, on their soon mobile, soon a Mac. So that's how we win. We have a video. My last point I wanted to make is we have a video where there's a 7-year-old playing our game on Steam, and that's everything to me. I'm pinning it to the top right now. We have a little friend here really enjoying Kugo Rumble Arena. If you can get your game in a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, 5-year-old's hands,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna win. So
Yeah.
Starla's character is now known by children through Kuga Bash on Steam. So that's our superpower.
That is a big superpower, and with big superpowers comes big responsibility. Okay, now Kuga, maybe one of my team can slide into your DMs, and maybe we can look for a collaboration. Wink, wink. Anyway, let's continue to the very last question. And because Kuga, you're also I know this is like Sakuya's space, but if later on Kuga wants to add something, you can go ahead. But remember, this is Sakuya's space first. So Sakuya, Josh, last question. Why do you think that the Web 2 and Web 3 players are still kind of like versus, where they're still separated? Is it more because of the tech, or is it like, ew, I don't need NFTs, I don't need blockchain in my games are good enough as it is? Or is it more driven by the communities that already have a bad prejudice, and they're how people like to feel superior than others? Yeah, what do you think? Is it more techie, or is it more community based? What is your opinion, Josh? Let's go.
I This is a very good question, else. Thank you from Google to be adding something that's really wonderful. Um, that's also one of the things that I shared on my podcast with Elja in last time in Dubai, which is I said that we are all actually still Web 2 people. We
Yes.
just become fancy and trying to use the Web 3 languages, while we actually still do Web 2 things. So we basically all are still Web 2 people, Web 2 gamers, and we just have another category which is called Web 3. So it covers also the and to answer the last question, which is actually I think it's more into Web 3 will become like more into one section of the gaming in the whole gaming that we have. For example, we have like shooting, we have MOBA,
Mm-hmm.
we have RPG, right? We have like casual games, and then we can say we have Web 3. So Web 3 like becoming like one of the section might be like becoming even bigger by the time,
Mm-hmm.
because the level of innovation in the Web 3 I can say it's um, more advanced in a way, because in the Web 3 people are more idealists, right? So they build things based on their dreams, indie and everything. I think that also helped to grow this space. So
Mm-hmm.
by the end of the day, I believe it will still not be 100% together in a
Mm-hmm.
way,
Mm-hmm.
because the market is different, but
Yeah.
it will try to live together. It will try to grow together, especially when
Mm-hmm.
crypto is becoming, let's say, um, even more acceptable in many ways, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be, making the door easier, because by the end of the day, let's say the data in Indonesia itself, by now, we
Mm-hmm.
have more investors in crypto than stock market. So that's already shows that actually it's changing, right?
Yeah, it is. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep, yep.
Okay, okay. Well, Kuga, do you have anything to add to that while you're a speaker now? Go ahead.
I wanted to mention that it's all about collaboration across Web3 and Web2 companies.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of opportunity that is forgotten and taken for granted, because in our little niche of Web3, it's PvP. It's like, ooh, us against apes, us against doodles. And I would say no. If you take any clues from Nintendo Super Smash Brothers, you need everybody on the same arena because you all
Yeah.
win. There's nothing to lose by saying, "Hey, let's play together." And I think
Oh my
gaming
god.
is a great opportunity to remind everyone who is competitive, who is um, blinded and confused by tribalism, that let's reach out and be friends and play together, whether we're Web 3 or Web 2. Look at Luca Nets, look at
Mm.
Yuga. They're making great strides into the Web 2 arenas, and I
They
want to
are.
be there with them. Pinned to the top, Joshua tweeted Sequoia X Inti Asia supported with Kugaverse. Good pa.
Mm. Mm.
Web official Umar Areen. the Andromeda Radical M Sport. I don't know anybody there except Jipa and Sequoia, but
Mm-hmm.
every event we do, we not only meet new collaborators in our own community of Web3, but we meet thousands of gamers. And this is our seventh country in 3 quarters. Kuga.
Oh, nice.
Kuga will be at Bali this week, and Kuga will be in Korea
Nice.
next month. And it doesn't stop. We did
Mm-hmm.
Gamescom Asia. We did the Xbox Live Indie Wave Makers stage. We spoke with Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. We did Taipei. We did Thailand. Um, we did Hong Kong. We did Vietnam. It doesn't stop. And I'm in LA. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
conventionally traveling in Asia, even though I am Filipino Chinese. But
Yes.
I am here for everything we're doing together with Sequoia, together with Sakuru Labs.
Mm-hmm.
Kuga is arriving, and you will know us everywhere.
Kuga sounds like the Dragon Ball collectors. You're just going from country to country collecting Dragon Balls, and you're going to win with the power of Nakama. That is basically what I'm hearing, like from both Sekuya and from Kuga. We're going to overcome this. We're going to what's the English word for it? We're going to unite Web 2 and Web 3 with the power of Nakama.
Our
Basically that.
motto is our motto is FUD. Okay, you see, we always say FUD us, right? It's conventionally, historically, traditionally, it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? But we
Yes.
we changed it. FUD us is fight, unite, dominate. That is our motto, and that is our spirit. If you want to win together, FUD us.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that is some nice reverse psychology right there. All right. Anyway, I have had fun. This new Kuga is a um unexpected but welcome guest tonight. Sekuya, thank you for mentioning them so that they showed up to the stage. Now, we have been talking now for 37 minutes, and we all know that people's attention span only lasts at most 40 minutes. So let me check if there are any questions left. Yes, we have two questions left, and after this, we have to end the podcast, or at least have some questions from the listeners. But two more questions. Josh, what are some myths or misunderstandings that Web 2 players might have about Web 3 games?
Um, yeah, I think for that one would be like as easy as they think the Web3 are not real gamers. They just wanna have some cash, and they don't really trying to enjoy the game, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's the most important part because when we did the research into the Web2 gamers, as we mostly going into the Web2 events right now,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's what we found.
Yeah.
So they still also think like about the regulation.
Mm-hmm.
So they still think like about, oh, is it accepted, is it okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like that they are fear in it, and it takes time, I think,
yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
to let them be uh, able to understand. So yeah, I think if we're able to cover it in a way that easier for them,
Mm-hmm.
they actually right now we got like around almost 1,000 new um, members
Nice.
in secure labs.
Congratulations.
So they all created. How? Thank you, Arvin. We learned from the game team. I mean, like a lot of adoption that made by the game team. It's amazing. So this 1,000 people is the people that's coming, and then they do the secure labs. They claim the DG badge, and yep, they are like real people.
Mm-hmm.
We got the email also,
Mm-hmm.
so we can blast them,
Mm-hmm.
but they already using the Web3 without them realizing it. So I think if more projects can do more things like that,
Mm-hmm.
it would be easier for us all to, to be able to get into the adoption that we expect to.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. I think it will get better in time, especially because um I guess crypto tokens, NFTs, blockchains in general, they rose to fame. They went viral for all the wrong reasons at first, I think, right? And then the first generation games, like most of them were not that good, except for the pioneer ones, of course, because they lasted this long. But I think the initial set of GameFi projects were focused more on making money. Like they were almost Ponzi schemes, which is why the traditional gamers' doubts were not wholly misfounded. I'm sorry, my English left me, but you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. But now with real real gamers, like with people with passion for games actually joining the Web3 community and then making games for gamers, I think it is heading into a better place. And we will, with the power of Nakama, we will win over the Web2 gamers, definitely.
And I
All
also
right,
wanted
now,
to interject
yes,
that
of course, go ahead.
it's so important. If you don't know my founder, he's a
Hmm.
senior game developer of 11 plus years.
Oh.
He went viral for making the first VR Indonesian horror game with PewDiePie's YouTube streams. His name is Gpa. G stands for General Pa.
Uh-huh.
He's the boss of the Kugaverse.
Oh,
And
wow.
Gpa is a gamer first.
Okay.
He's not here as any intention to extract from the Web3 ecosystem monetary value. He's here to build games and play games that are fun. Yielding and farming and airdrops and play to earn is not his priority. His priority is building fun games. That's
Mm-hmm.
the only way you will win and build sustainable gaming companies and how communities is focusing on fun
Yeah.
and letting the game be a game. So
Yes.
that's our superpower, Jipa, aka Gilang Gitarana, out of Indonesia. So you'll meet
Yeah,
him
Gilang, yes.
a lot more. Yeah, Sikuya, shouted out Jipa. I appreciate you, Sikuya, this week featuring Kuga, and also I'm excited for our future together, Sikuya.
I'm sensing strong bromance vibes right here. You guys are amazing. And I hope that one day Game Tea, although Game Tea is just a casual gaming platform, I hope maybe we can, scoot in a bit between that bromance right there. Maybe we can join the club as well. All right, now, guys, we have been talking for 40 minutes now, and it's time for me to look through to look through our Twitter to see if there are any questions. Give me a few seconds, but usually there are no questions. People are usually just like hyping and say, "Yay, go Sekuya, go Kuka, go Game Tea," and then people are shilling.
I have a
Yeah,
question,
okay.
Game T. What are your favorite games?
Game Tea or like Mimi?
I mean, I'll call you Mimi from now on. For you,
All right,
Mimi.
but like no. So Game Tea is basically focused on casual games because our founder, Serkan, he saw that right now GameFi projects are all about either it's like it either has a lore, either like really lore based, or it's just open world with all of these, with all of these branches that go everywhere, right? Like Sequoia and Devomon, they both have their own universe with their own characters, etc. And we're like, hey, why don't we go and target the people who don't have the energy or time to invest, you know their energy into an open world game. Because to be honest, I play Honkai Star Rail, I play Genshin, I love it, but there are times when I get home from work and I'm like, I do not want to see an NPC right now. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go home, play solitaire. I want to go home, play Minecraft. No, not even Minecraft, just solitaire. And Circle's like, you know what, we should aim for those kind of people. So which is why we are a hyper casual gaming platform. Okay, now that is it with the shilling. And yes, I was right. There are no questions, but there are enough hype for Sequoia and Game Tea. And then suddenly we have people hyping up Kuga as well down here. But okay, now I guess it's time for us to conclude today's podcast because it has been 40 minutes. People are already zoning out, and we have no more questions. All right, so Josh, thank you so much for making time out of your day and talk to us. And I'm sorry for putting Kuga on the stand, but I guess you did mention him, so and you guys do have this really good bromance vibe going on, so I hope it wasn't a problem. Josh, is there anything that you want to say to our listeners before we go, like a soft chill, anything?
Yeah, no, no. I mean, like, it's a pleasure to have Kuga together with us because I mean, like, it's a collaborative space, right? In this Web3, definitely to have like a three all together with game T. It's something that we also looking forward into. So yeah, definitely. Why don't we become even more closer nakama? It's definitely something that will be great. Um, Maybe the last thing that I would like to share is regarding with the gamers. If you are game developers and you see your chart is not doing well, um, make sure to focus on the projects because if the dream in the projects and the game economy really works, and you know how to make it works, I believe the chart will follow. If you are an investor in the Web3 space for the gaming projects, the narrative usually will keep on cycling. So there'll be a cycle when uh, the gaming will come again. And like this, actually Q1, gaming is going on very good, right? So make sure that during the cycle, you can see the opportunities on before that cycle on which of the token you want to go into. Definitely we have like I can say three you can see right now. Definitely Game T, Kuga, and also Sikuya. So yep, that's all. Stay healthy and keep on building together.
I love that. I love that. Those were some really wise words, Josh. Thank you so much. Okay, and Kuga has his hand up. Sir, is there anything you want to say?
Well, Josh, my name is Kiro. I know you've met G-Pa, so now you know his right hand. I wanted to introduce Starla pinned to the top. I'm here to light up your world, shine as bright as the stars, emerging from the realm of Intermundia beyond Nova Terrae. Starla astounds the citizens of Regnum Terrae with an unexpected live concert. Her captivating beauty and allure captivate all who witness her. Race human, alias Starlight Siren, class magician. Who's next, Josh? Pinned to the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more characters to meet. I'm excited to play as these characters. I'm excited to meet them in Kuga Bash. Pleasure meeting you, Game T. And Josh, I'll
Pleasure.
see you soon.
Pleasure meeting you, Kuga, and I guess we know who Kiro's waifu is in the Sekuya verse. All right, now guys, that is it for today's podcast. Check out Sekuya's Twitter account, and I guess also now check out Kuga's Twitter account, where they have all the links to their websites, projects, and everything else you might want or need to know. Now, guys, I will not see you next Wednesday because it is Coin Fest week here in Bali, and both Gamety, Sekuya, and Kuga will be there. So if anybody is coming to CoinFest, keep your eyes peeled for us and maybe drops and maybe poke us and say hi. All right, guys. See you again in September, Game Fam. Thank you so much for coming to our podcast, and I will see you in September. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Arwin, Kiro, and have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.